Hey guys, TW with Capturelife. Today I'm going to run through one of our workflows. I'm going to go end to end from starting with the photography side of it and then go through how images are tagged and then take a look at how guests retrieve the images and ultimately make a purchase. Now we ran this workflow at this holiday light extravaganza. This company rented out stadiums and they filled the stadiums with just wonderful displays, a maze of Christmas lights, and thousands of guests came through the door every day. One of the great aspects of Capturelife is that it's an open architecture and we can connect data sources together. So in this case, in order to make this experience incredibly magical for the guests, we integrated directly with the ticketing system. So now if you look over here on this side of my computer screen here, you'll see what is a consumer phone, and that's the actual ticket that they used to get in through the gate. QR code that was scanned, and then they entered into this great holiday experience. And then on the other side, what you see is this screen of this phone that's attached to my camera. Now, this is the camera rig that is generally recommended and used. It's very lightweight, as you can see. There's a cable here that connects the phone to the data port on the camera. And then the photography side of it is really quite simple. So first of all, I'm going to take a couple photos. We're going to simulate that we are at a Santa experience. Great. Take another couple photos. And you'll see the photos start showing up in the Capturelife Connections app. Okay, now we need to tag these photos using that QR code from the customer's phone. So you'll see that scan button in the lower left of the Capturelife Connections app. I'm going to hit the scan button. It'll scan that QR code. You'll see the tag down in the bottom that we pulled right out of that QR code. Now I'm going to hit the tag button, and what you'll see is these images. The check marks on the left disappeared, and then the images that start to upload to Capturelife, and those are those icons that you see on the right, the circles with check marks in them. So now these images have been uploaded to Capturelife basically live and in real time, and that's the next part of the customer journey. So what you've seen here is essentially the photographer's workflow, working with the customer, scanning that QR code, and then the images flowing right out of the Capturelife Connections app up to the cloud. And then the customer, as they exited the Santa experience, they were welcomed by a set of kiosks, touchscreen kiosks, lined up, a beautiful display with garland and lights. And the customers walked up to those kiosks and they were able to self-help, locate their photos, and go choose the photos they want to purchase and walk all the way through to checkout. So let's take a look at that part next. Okay, before I demo the kiosk, I just wanted to take a moment and show you how cool and magical this experience was. That same QR code that the customer used to get in through the front gate, go through the tour, take photos with Santa Claus, tag the images with that same code. They had these QR code reader guns that were set up next to the touchscreen kiosks, and all the customer had to do was hold that phone up in front of that scanner, and boom, the kiosk popped up right to their images. Okay, so what you're seeing on my screen now is the Capturelife kiosk. The customers would walk up to these banks of touchscreen monitors, and they would either enter their ticket number or their phone number, or as I just went through that whole spiel, they would use those grocery store scanning gun-like things, hold up their smartphone, scan that ticket, and it would launch them right into the kiosk, right into their the gallery of images. Boom. And from here, it was very simple. You imagine all of this on a touchscreen monitor where all you have to do to select the images that you want to purchase is just tap the image itself. You can zoom in, swipe through the images to take a closer look. It's a very elegant experience, and it was amazing to watch these customers use it because they really walked up and they understood what it took to launch into their gallery and then tap and make a purchase. Capturelife is connected through payment systems, so the checkout experience is seamless. And remember, we integrated directly with the customer data, so as soon as they were done with the checkout, the Capturelife system sent them a receipt with a link to the photos that they purchased. Before I get into that customer experience side of it, I want to show you something else that was super cool. At one point, the kiosk got a little backed up. There were a lot of people coming out of the Santa hut, and one of the guests came by and said, "Oh, I don't know if I should wait." And I said, "Well, did you get the text message?" Remember, again, we're integrated with the customer data from ticketing. And so she said, "What text message?" And we were able to make the magic happen where she reached in her pocket, pulled out her phone, tapped on the link to the text message, and this is what she saw. Now, that's that same experience that we just saw in the kiosk. The beauty of Capturelife, the magic of Capturelife, we've taken everybody's smartphone and we've turned it into a point of sale system. So the same experience that they had in the kiosk, the customer can go through, select images for purchase, zoom in, view these images, add to cart, and go through the checkout process right from their phone. Again, elegant process, easy for the customers to understand. And the beauty of it is we had the kiosks for this specific workflow, as well as turning the customer smartphones into another point of sale system. We're at the last stage of the journey. We started with the photographer, went through the consumer, the kiosk, and making a purchase on their mobile phone. And last but not least, we're at the consumer journey once the images have been purchased. This is Capturelife at its best, delivering the images unwatermarked and ready for the customer to share, download, or enter the print store and make a wonderful product and have it shipped to home. So remember, after that purchase is made, the email is sent to the customer with the receipt, a link to this customer gallery, and this is an elegant experience where the customer can browse the images, zoom in on the images, and more importantly, tap the share button, use any app that's installed on their device to share the images, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, whatever you might use, and also enter into that print store where the customer can build wonderful products and have them shipped directly to their home. So that's the full workflow from the Capturelife Connections tagging app to the kiosk and mobile purchasing experience all the way out to image delivery where customers can share, download, or enter into that print store to buy more products and have them shipped directly to their home. Thanks.